My name is Layla. I am 12 years old. I live in Gaza. This is my story. This is our story. The world is watching, but are they really seeing us? I want to tell you about my life. I want you to understand. I will use simple words because I want everyone to know what is happening here. Please listen to my heart. 2 years ago, my life was different. I lived in a small house with my family. My father was a teacher. He taught children at the local school. My mother was a nurse. She helped sick people at the hospital. I had 2 brothers. Omar was 10 years old. He loved to play football in the street. Khalil was only 5. He loved to laugh and draw pictures of birds. Our house was not big, but it was full of love. Every morning, I woke up to the smell of bread. My mother baked fresh bread for breakfast. We sat together at the table. We talked and smiled. My father told us stories. Omar made jokes. Khalil drew pictures for everyone. I went to school every day. I loved learning. My favorite subject was English. I wanted to speak many languages. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to be a doctor like my mother, but work in different countries. I had so many dreams. After school, I played with my friends. We jumped rope in the street. We sang songs. We laughed so much. Sometimes we went to the beach. The Mediterranean Sea was so beautiful. The water was blue and clear. We collected shells and built sandcastles. Those were happy days. But then everything changed. The war came to Gaza like a dark storm. It came suddenly. It came without mercy. It was a normal evening. We were eating dinner together. My father was talking about his students. My mother was tired from work. Omar and Khalil were fighting over the last piece of bread. I was laughing at them. Then we heard it. A loud sound. Like thunder, but worse. The walls shook. The windows broke. Glass fell everywhere. My mother screamed. My father grabbed us and pulled us under the table. "Stay down," he shouted. "Don't move." More sounds came. Boom. 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 The earth was shaking. I could hear people screaming outside. I could hear buildings falling. The noise was terrible. It filled my ears and my heart. Khalil was crying. He was so scared. I held him in my arms. "It's okay," I whispered. But I was scared too. My hands were shaking. My heart was beating so fast. The bombing continued all night. We stayed under the table. We prayed. We held each other. We waited for morning. When the sun finally came up, we looked outside. Our street was destroyed. Buildings were broken. There was smoke everywhere. The neighbor's house was gone. Just gone. Like it never existed. My father's face was gray. My mother was crying quietly. Omar sat in the corner, silent. He was always so loud and happy, but now he was silent. Khalil wouldn't let go of my hand. That was the night our old life ended. That was the night Gaza started crying. We couldn't stay in our house. It was too dangerous. My father said we needed to find a safer place. But where is safe when bombs fall from the sky? We packed a small bag. We took some clothes, some food, some water. We took a family photo. That was all we could carry. We left everything else behind. Our home. Our memories. Our life. We walked through the streets. So many people were walking too. Everyone was looking for safety. Old people, young people, mothers carrying babies. Everyone was scared. Everyone was tired. I saw things I will never forget. I saw a man crying over his destroyed shop. I saw a woman searching through broken buildings, calling her daughter's name. I saw children with dust on their faces and fear in their eyes. I saw a small boy, maybe 3 years old, walking alone. He was calling for his mama. Nobody knew where she was. We walked for hours. My legs hurt. Khalil was too tired to walk, so my father carried him. Omar held my mother's hand. I carried our bag. We finally reached a school. The United Nations was using it as a shelter. Hundreds of people were already there. Maybe thousands. The school was so crowded. There was no space. But we had nowhere else to go. They gave us a small corner in a classroom. 20 families shared that one room. We put our bag on the floor. That was our new home now. A corner of a crowded classroom. There was no privacy, no quiet, no peace. Children were crying. People were talking. Everyone was worried. At night, we could still hear the bombs. They never stopped. The war never slept. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. We lived in that school. Every day was the same. Every day was hard. Food was scarce. We had one small meal each day. Sometimes bread and cheese. Sometimes rice and beans. Sometimes nothing. My little brother was always hungry. "I'm hungry, Layla," he said every night. It broke my heart. I gave him my food. I told him I wasn't hungry. But I was. We all were. Water was even harder to find. We waited in long lines for water. Sometimes we waited for hours. The water wasn't always clean. My mother boiled it when she could, but we didn't have much fuel. We had to be careful. Every drop was precious. The bathrooms were terrible. So many people, so few toilets. They were dirty and smelled bad. We had no soap, no toilet paper, no dignity. My mother cried when she thought we weren't looking, but I saw her tears. There was no electricity most days. At night, the classroom was dark. So dark. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. The darkness scared Khalil. He had nightmares. He woke up screaming, "The bombs! The bombs are coming!" My mother held him and sang to him until he slept again. My father tried to stay strong. He tried to smile. He told us stories like before. But his eyes were sad. His shoulders were heavy. He was a teacher, but there was no school now. He felt useless. I could see it in his face. My mother got sick. She had a fever. She coughed all night. But there was no medicine. The hospital was destroyed. The clinics had no supplies. We could only wait and pray. Omar and I took care of Khalil while mother rested. She got better slowly, but she was never the same. The sickness took her strength. In the shelter, I met other children. They all had stories like mine. Stories of loss. Stories of fear. Stories of survival. There was Fatima. She was 13. She lost her parents in a bombing. Now she lived with her grandmother. Her grandmother was old and blind. Fatima had to do everything. She had to find food. She had to get water. She had to be the mother and the child at the same time. She never smiled. There was Muhammad. He was 9. He lost his leg in an explosion. He had no wheelchair. He crawled on the ground or his brother carried him. He was in pain every day. But he never complained. He was braver than any adult I knew. There was little Sarah. She was only 4. She stopped talking after she saw her house fall down. Her mother tried everything. She sang to her. She played with her. She begged her to speak. But Sarah was silent. Her voice was trapped inside her fear. We children tried to help each other. We played games when we could. We shared the little food we had. We told each other it would be okay. But we didn't know if that was true. How could we know? I tried to teach the younger children. I remembered my English lessons. I wrote words in the dust. Cat. Dog. Sunday hope. We practiced together. It gave us something to do. Something to think about besides the war. Learning was a small light in the darkness. Omar changed so much. He stopped playing. He stopped joking. He became serious and quiet. Sometimes I saw him staring at nothing, just staring. "Omar." I would say, "Are you okay?" He would nod, but I knew he wasn't. The war took his childhood away. One day, my mother heard that the hospital where she worked was still standing. Parts of it were damaged, but some sections were open. They needed nurses desperately. My mother wanted to go help. My father didn't want her to go. It was too dangerous. But my mother is strong. "People are dying," she said. "I have to help. I'm a nurse. That's who I am." So she went. She walked through dangerous streets to reach the hospital. When she came back that night, her face was white. Her hands were shaking. "What did you see, Mama?" I asked. She couldn't speak at first. Then slowly she told us. The hospital was overwhelmed. Hundreds of injured people. Not enough doctors. Not enough nurses. Not enough medicine. Not enough beds. People were lying on the floor. They were bleeding. They were crying for help. There were so many children. Burned children. Children with broken bones. Children without arms or legs. Children calling for their mothers who would never come. The doctors and nurses worked without stopping. They did surgeries with no proper tools. They had no anesthesia. People screamed in pain. I saw a little boy, my mother whispered. He was maybe 6 years old. Both his legs were gone. He kept asking for his mother. But his mother was dead. How do you tell a child that? How? My mother cried that night. My father held her. We all cried together. This was our reality. This was Gaza. But my mother went back the next day. And the next. And the next. She had to help. Even though it broke her heart every day, she had to try to save people. 3 months after we came to the shelter, something terrible happened. Something I can never forget. My father decided to go back to our old house. He wanted to get more clothes for us. Maybe some blankets. Winter was coming and we were cold at night. He said he would be careful. He said he would be quick. My mother begged him not to go. It's too dangerous, she said. We can manage without those things. Please don't go. But my father wanted to help us. He wanted to keep us warm. He kissed us all goodbye. I'll be back soon, he said. I promise. That was the last time I saw my father smile. He didn't come back that afternoon. He didn't come back that night. We waited. We prayed. My mother paced back and forth. Omar sat still as a stone. Khalil kept asking, "Where is Baba? When is Baba coming?" The next morning, someone from our old neighborhood came to the shelter. I saw him talking to my mother. I saw her face change. I saw her knees give out. She fell to the ground. I ran to her. "Mama, Mama, what happened?" She looked at me with empty eyes. "Your father," she whispered. "He's gone. A missile hit our street. He's gone." The world stopped. Everything stopped. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. No, 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 not my father. Not my father who told us stories. Not my father who made us laugh. Not my father who protected us. Not him. Please, not him. But it was true. My father was dead. We never got to say goodbye. We never got to bury him properly. There were too many dead. Too many bodies. They buried him with others in a mass grave. My mother stopped being my mother that day. She was there, but she wasn't there. She moved like a ghost. She spoke in a flat voice. The life went out of her eyes. Khalil cried for days. He was too young to understand that Baba was never coming back. Omar stopped talking completely. He was silent for weeks. And me? I felt angry. So angry. Why did this happen? What did we do? Why is the world watching and doing nothing? My father was a good man. He was a teacher. He helped children learn. He never hurt anyone. Why did he have to die? I cried until I had no tears left. Then I stopped crying. I became hard inside. I had to be strong. My family needed me. My little brothers needed me. I was only 12, but I had to be an adult now. Winter came to Gaza. It was so cold. We had no warm clothes. No heaters. No blankets. At night, we huddled together for warmth. Khalil's lips turned blue. Omar coughed all the time. My mother got sick again, worse than before. The rain came through the broken windows. The floor became wet and muddy. Everything we owned got wet. Our clothes. Our mattress. Everything. We couldn't get dry. The cold went into our bones and stayed there. More people got sick. The shelter became full of coughing and sneezing. Children got fevers. Old people got pneumonia. Some people died. Just died from being cold and sick and tired. They gave up. They couldn't fight anymore. Food became even more scarce. The aid trucks couldn't get through. The borders were closed. We had nothing. People were so hungry that they ate grass. They ate animal feed. They ate anything they could find. I saw men fighting over a bag of flour. I saw women crying because they had no food for their babies. My mother was too sick to go to the hospital anymore. She lay on our wet mattress, burning with fever. I tried to take care of her. I put cold water on her head. I held her hand. I prayed to God to save her. Please, please save my mother. I already lost my father. I can't lose her too. Omar went out every day to look for food. He was only 10, but he had to be a man now. Sometimes he came back with a piece of bread. Sometimes with nothing. One day he came back with a black eye. Someone had hit him. He wouldn't tell me why. I think someone tried to steal from him. Or maybe he tried to steal. I don't know. I didn't ask. We were all just trying to survive. Khalil stopped drawing. He stopped playing. He just sat next to my mother and held her hand. He was 5 years old, but he looked like an old man. His eyes were old. His face was serious. The war stole his childhood. Then something unexpected happened. A woman came to the shelter. Her name was Dr. Rania. She was from another city, but she came to help. She brought medicine. She brought bandages. She brought hope. Dr. Rania saw my mother. She examined her. She has pneumonia, she said. It's serious. But I have antibiotics. I can help her. I cried when I heard that. Happy tears this time. Dr. Rania gave my mother medicine. She came back every day to check on her. Slowly, my mother got better. The fever went down. The cough got less. She could sit up. She could smile a little. Dr. Rania was kind to all of us. She brought extra food for Khalil. She gave Omar some warm clothes. She talked to me. She asked me about my life. She listened to my pain. What do you want to be when you grow up? She asked me one day. I wanted to be a doctor, I said. But now, I don't know. How can I have dreams when everything is destroyed? Dr. Rania looked at me with serious eyes. Listen to me, Layla. Dreams are what keep us alive. Dreams are what make us human. Don't let them take your dreams. That's how they win. Keep dreaming. Keep hoping. Keep learning. Promise me. I promised her. I didn't really believe it then. But I promised. Dr. Rania couldn't stay long. She had to go help in other places. But before she left, she gave me something. A book. An English learning book. Study this, she said. Learn English. Tell the world your story. They need to hear it. The world is watching, Layla. Make them really see you. After Dr. Rania left, I read that book every day. I practiced English. I taught Omar and Khalil. We learned new words. We made sentences. It gave us something to do. Something to hope for. Maybe, just maybe, we could have a future. After 10 months, something changed. The bombs stopped falling. The sounds of war became quiet. People said there was a ceasefire. A pause in the fighting. We didn't trust it at first. We waited. We listened. But the silence continued. 1 day. 2 days. A week. The bombs didn't come back. People started leaving the shelter. They wanted to see their homes. They wanted to see what was left. My mother was strong enough to walk now. We decided to go back to our neighborhood. We had to see. We had to know. The walk back was difficult. So much was destroyed. I didn't recognize my own city. Buildings that I knew my whole life were gone. The shop where we bought bread was a pile of rocks. The park where we played was full of holes from bombs. The streets were broken. Everything was broken. When we reached our street, my heart sank. Our house was still standing, but barely. The roof was gone. The walls were cracked. All the windows were broken. Inside, everything was destroyed. Furniture was broken. Pictures were torn. Khalil's drawings were scattered on the floor, dirty and wet. But we were there. We were in our home. Or what was left of it. My mother walked through the room slowly. She touched the walls. She picked up a broken photo frame. It was our family picture. The glass was shattered, but we could still see our faces. All of us together, smiling. My father's face looked out at us from the picture. My mother held it to her chest and cried. "We're still here," she whispered. "We survived. Your father would be proud." The ceasefire held. People started to rebuild. It seemed impossible. How do you rebuild when everything is destroyed? When you have no money, no materials, no energy? But Palestinians are strong. We are stubborn. We don't give up. Men started clearing the rubble from the streets. Women started cleaning their houses. Children helped carry stones. Everyone worked together. We had no choice. We had to rebuild. What else could we do? Our family fixed our house little by little. We had no roof, so we covered it with plastic sheets and old metal. When it rained, water still came in, but less than before. We fixed one wall, then another. We found an old door in the rubble and put it up. It didn't close properly, but it was something. We had no furniture, so we sat on the floor. We had no beds, so we slept on thin mattresses. We had no kitchen, so we cooked outside on a small fire. It wasn't much, but it was better than the shelter. It was ours. My mother went back to work at the hospital. It was still damaged, but they were trying to rebuild it too. She worked long hours. She came home exhausted, but she was alive. She was trying. She was being my mother again. Omar started going outside more. He found other boys his age. They played football in the destroyed streets, using piles of rocks as goalposts. They kicked a half-broken ball. But they were playing. They were being children again, even in the ruins. Khalil started drawing again. He drew on any paper he could find. But his pictures were different now. Before the war, he drew birds and flowers. Now he drew destroyed buildings and sad faces. The war changed his art. The war changed everything. And me? I kept studying English. I read Dr. Rania's book over and over. I practiced speaking. I wrote down my story in simple English. I wanted to remember. I wanted the world to know. One day, a journalist came to our neighborhood. He was from a foreign country. He had a camera. He wanted to tell stories about Gaza. He wanted to show the world what happened to us. He saw me sitting outside our house, reading my English book. He came over. "Hello," he said in English. "What are you reading?" I was shy at first. But then I remembered Dr. Rania's words. "Tell your story. The world needs to hear it." "I am learning English," I said. My accent was strong, but he understood. "I want to tell people about Gaza." "What do you want to tell them?" he asked. I thought about everything. The happy days before the war. The night the sky fell. The shelter. The hunger. The cold. The loss of my father. The survival. The rebuilding. "I want to tell them that we are human," I said. "We are not numbers. We are not statistics. We are people. We have names. We have families. We have dreams. We laugh. We cry. We love. We suffer. We are human like everyone else." The world is watching Gaza, I continued. But are they really seeing us? Do they see me? Do they see my mother who works at the hospital? Do they see my brother Omar who plays football in destroyed streets? Do they see Khalil who draws sad pictures? Do they see all the children who lost their fathers and mothers? Do they see all the people who lost everything? The journalist listened. He recorded my words. He filmed our broken house. He filmed the destroyed streets. He filmed children playing in the rubble. He filmed everything. "I will tell your story," he promised. "I will make sure people see you." A few weeks later, my story was on the news. People around the world saw it. They heard my voice. They saw my face. Some people cried. Some people got angry. Some people wanted to help. Some people didn't care. But I spoke. I told the truth. That was all I could do. It has been 2 years since the war ended. We are still here. We are still surviving. We are still rebuilding. Our house is better now. We have a real roof. We have walls. We have a door that closes. We have some furniture. It's not much, but it's home. The hospital where my mother works is partially rebuilt. They still don't have everything they need, but they're helping people. My mother is proud of her work. She's saving lives every day. Omar is 12 now. He goes to school again. The school is damaged, but classes happen in the rooms that are safe. Omar wants to be an engineer. He wants to rebuild Gaza properly. Strong buildings that won't fall down. Safe homes for families. Khalil is 7. He still draws, but now he draws birds again sometimes. Happy birds flying in blue skies. His nightmares are less frequent. He laughs more often. He's healing slowly. And me? I'm 14 now. I still study English every day. I practice and practice. I write my story. I share it online. I want people to understand. I want them to see Gaza. I want them to see us. I still want to be a doctor. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. The future is uncertain here. But I have my dream. Nobody can take that from me. Life in Gaza is still hard. We still don't have enough electricity. We still struggle to find clean water. We still have shortages of food and medicine. We still live with fear that the war might come back. The borders are still closed. We can't leave. We are trapped here. But we are alive. We survived. That means something. If you are reading this story, if you are hearing my voice, then I want to thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for seeing us. Thank you for caring. Gaza is crying. Our tears are real. Our pain is real. Our suffering is real. But we are real too. We are not just a news headline. We are not just a political issue. We are human beings. We are children who want to play. We are parents who want to protect their children. We are teachers who want to teach. We are doctors who want to heal. We are dreamers who want to hope. The world is watching. I know this. I've seen the cameras. I've seen the journalists. I've seen the news reports. But watching is not enough. Seeing is not enough. We need more than that. We need action. We need justice. We need peace. We need freedom. We need hope. I don't know what the future holds for Gaza. I don't know if peace will come. I don't know if we will ever be truly free. But I know this. We will keep living. We will keep surviving. We will keep hoping. We will keep dreaming. Because that's who we are. We are Palestinians. We are strong. We are resilient. We don't give up. My name is Layla. I am 14 years old. I live in Gaza. This is my story. This is our story. And I want the world to not just watch, but to truly see us, to truly hear us, to truly understand us. Gaza is crying. But Gaza is also living. Gaza is also hoping. Gaza is also dreaming. Remember us. Remember our names. Remember our humanity. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for caring about Gaza.